Shut up.
Kid, you trust me?
No.
Good.
No!
The film erupts into a maelstrom of chaos. Gunshots reverberate through the humid air. Thick plumes of smoke choke the atmosphere, and a man, blood-soaked and battered, staggers across a crumbling bridge in the heart of Dhaka, Bangladesh. This is Tyler Rake, a former Australian Special Forces operative. A warrior forged in battle but now teetering on the edge of survival. His body is riddled with wounds, his spirit fraying, yet he fights with an unyielding resolve to stay alive. This moment is the brutal climax of his journey. But to understand how he arrived here, we must rewind to the beginning, to the spark that ignited this relentless tale. Ovi Mahajan Jr., a teenager cloaked in the trappings of privilege, is the son of India's most formidable drug lord, Ovi Mahajan Sr. His life, though draped in wealth, is a gilded cage, perpetually shadowed by the threats that loom over his father's empire. One afternoon, after the monotony of his classes, Ovi decides to break free from his routine. Accompanied by his ever-present security detail, he ventures out with friends for a fleeting moment of normalcy, sharing coffee and light-hearted banter. Inside the car on the way home, the laughter fades, replaced by a familiar weight of melancholy. Ovi's world is one of restrictions, his every move dictated by the specter of his father's enemies. That evening, seizing a rare opportunity when his uncle and guardian Saju is absent, Ovi slips away to a crowded nightclub, craving a taste of freedom. But freedom comes at a cost. Outside the club, a group of thugs disguised as police officers ambush him. In a flash of violence, they gun down his friend and drag Ovi into the night, delivering him into the hands of Amir Asif, a merciless drug lord who rules Dhaka with an iron grip. Ovi is spirited across the border into Bangladesh, where Asif plans to wield him as a pawn in a high-stakes game of power. The news reaches Ovi's father, Mahajan, behind the bars of a prison cell, delivered by a grim-faced Saju. Mahajan's voice is cold, his command absolute. Saju must retrieve his son at all costs, or face a wrath that will reach him even through prison walls. Desperate and driven, Saju agrees, reaching out to a shadowy black market mercenary outfit to orchestrate the boy's rescue, setting the stage for a mission that will spiral into chaos. Half a world away in Australia, Tyler Rake exists in a haze of desolation. A man hollowed out by grief, he numbs his pain with whiskey, haunted by the ghost of his son, lost to illness years before. Tyler's life is a shadow of what it once was, his days spent in isolation, wrestling with memories he cannot escape. In a moment that stuns those who know him, he performs a daring act of focus a cliff dive into the ocean, not as a thrill, but as a meditative ritual, a way to anchor himself amidst the turmoil of his mind. When Nick Khan, the steely leader of a black market mercenary group, approaches him in his house with a mission to extract Ovi Mahajan Jr. from the clutches of Dhaka's underworld, Tyler accepts without pause. The job isn't about money or honor, it's a flicker of hope, a chance to claw his way toward redemption. On paper, the mission is straightforward: infiltrate Dhaka, secure the hostage, and escape. But Dhaka is a beast of a city, a sprawling maze of concrete and corruption where danger lurks in every shadow. Tyler arrives in this unfamiliar world, navigating its labyrinthine streets. A cryptic phone call guides him, but the plan unravels almost immediately. A bus roars past, and in a disorienting blur, Tyler is ambushed and abducted. The setup was a lay-a trap to confirm Ovi's survival before a ransom demand. Undeterred, Tyler breaks free and storms the hideout where Ovi is held captive. The screen ignites with the film's first major action sequence. Gunfire cracks like thunder, bodies collapse in a whirlwind of chaos, and Tyler moves with lethal precision, cutting through Asif's guards like a blade through silk. He finds Ovi locked in a grimy room, trembling with fear. "Come with me if you want to live," Tyler says, his voice steady but urgent. Thus begins the harrowing extraction. Meanwhile, Amir Asif's empire is rocked by betrayal loan of his child soldier has stolen from him, sparking his fury. In a chilling display of power, Asif hurls a young boy off a rooftop, a brutal message to those who defy him. Yet, one of his young enforcers, a boy with a spark of cunning, earns Asif's attention with a bold act of defiance, prompting the drug lord to arm him. But Asif's focus shifts when he learns Ovi has been snatched by a mercenary. His rage is a gathering storm, and the city braces for its wrath. Tyler, now with Ovi in tow, gathers intel and heads into the dense woods, following coordinates to a boat meant to ferry them out of Dhaka. The plan is to hand Ovi over to Saju in exchange for payment. But Saju, loyal to Mahajan and desperate to save his own family, has entered Dhaka with his own agenda to retrieve Ovi without paying the mercenaries. This betrayal fractures the mission, leading to the deaths of several of Tyler's comrades. The streets of Dhaka become a battlefield as Tyler and Ovi flee through narrow alleys, up rickety staircases, and through teeming markets. Tyler fends off waves of attackers with a brutal arsenal guns, knives, and sheer physical force. The action is relentless, visceral, each blow landing with bone-crunching intensity. Saju, meanwhile, carves his own path of destruction, cutting down mercenaries and innocents alike in his single-minded pursuit of Ovi. He's not a villain, but a man cornered by circumstance. If he fails, his family will pay the price. When he finally catches up to Tyler, the two clash in a savage hand-to-hand brawl in the middle of a crowded street. It's a clash of titans, personal and punishing, with neither gaining the upper hand. Both men limp away, battered but unbroken. Tyler and Ovi find temporary refuge in a safe house, but Dhaka is a city under siege. Asif has mobilized the police. The military force at his commando hunt them down. The safe house is a fleeting sanctuary. Tyler contacts Nick, only to learn their escape route has been compromised. Trapped in enemy territory, Tyler faces a choice. Nick urges him to abandon Ovi, to save himself now that the mission is in tatters. But as Tyler looks at the boy, memories of his own son blurred by time and guilt flood his mind. "I'm not leaving this kid," he declares, his voice resolute. In a rare moment of stillness, Tyler and Ovi share a connection. The boy, wary at first, begins to trust the man who's risked everything for him. A call from Nick brings a glimmer of hope. A helicopter is en route to extract them at midnight. But as Tyler starts the getaway vehicle, a gang of armed kids led by the cunning boy who earned Asif's favor blocks their path and opens fire. Tyler, unable to bring himself to harm children, takes cover in the city's underground drainage system, shielding Ovi from the onslaught. Tyler reaches out to Gaspar, an old friend and ex-mercenary now living in Dhaka. Gaspar offers shelter, a momentary reprieve. Over a quiet meal, Ovi asks about Tyler's son. For the first time, Tyler's stoic facade cracks. He confesses that his son died of lymphoma, and he wasn't there, couldn't bear to watch his child fade. Ovi listens, not with pity, but with empathy, forging a bond that transcends their circumstances. But trust is a fragile thing. Gaspar's demeanor shifts, and Tyler senses betrayal. Gaspar reveals a deal: kill Ovi and claim Asif's bounty. Tyler refuses.
There's no way to protect him.
You know how much he's worth?
$10 million. Where'd you call someone? Who'd you call?
And the two men erupt into a brutal, bloody fight through the house. As Gaspar gains the upper hand, Ovi, in a moment of desperate courage, grabs a gun and shoots him, saving Tyler's life. The boy's world shatters. She's no longer just a victim, but a participant in this violent reality. Nick and her team devise a final desperate plan: extract Tyler and Ovi via helicopter at Dhaka's last intact bridge. It's a suicide mission.
See you soon, mate.
Asif's forces have turned the bridge into a fortress, bristling with snipers, SWAT teams, and explosives. Saju reappears, this time fighting alongside Tyler, two men bound by their need to protect Ovi. The bridge becomes a crucible of chaos, a symphony of gunfire and destruction. A police commander, armed with a deadly sniper, takes position, hidden from view. He picks off Saju with a single, precise shot to the head. Saju falls, a hero sacrificing himself to draw fire and give Ovi a chance. The sniper then targets the helicopter, killing both pilots. Tyler, unaware of the sniper's threat, fights through waves of soldiers, his bulletproof vest absorbing blow after blow. But the sniper locks onto him, firing a round that pierces his armor. Nick, quick to react, tracks the sniper's position and eliminates him. As Tyler stumbles, the boy he spared, the cunning enforcer armed by Asif, delivers a final shot to his neck. In slow motion, Tyler turns, and for the first time, the face of his son appears not as a blur but in vivid clarity. He collapses, tumbling into the river below. Ovi reaches the helicopter. Nick pulls him aboard and the chopper lifts off, the mission complete but at an unimaginable cost. 8 months later, Ovi is safe, swimming alone in a school pool, his life forever altered. As he surfaces, he glances up. A figure stands in the distance, shrouded in haze. Is it Tyler? The question lingers, unanswered. Extraction is more than a tale of bullets and bloodshed. It's a story of redemption sought in the fires of sacrifice, of grief that binds and breaks, of a man who, in saving a boy, sought to save himself. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell for more. More powerful recaps are on the way.